Hey, everybody. Welcome to a very, very special Saturday edition of Field of Streams and this possibly recurring feature. Today we're going to pick against Josie. This is Josie. Say hi to everybody.
Hi.
And picking against Josie today will be her father, me, the super genius Wiley from good old Rocky Top, and Mr. Dog himself, Mr. Matt Ducati. So I got a list of the games here, and I was going to write down everybody's picks. And since we have a couple of games going already, it's what is it now? About 1, yeah, and a couple of games kicked off at noon. I figured we could just pick them just for the heck of it.
Sure.
So, without further ado, you gentlemen have any questions?
Wait, are we required to pick against Miss Josie? Like if she picks Georgia to win outright, I have to take
No.
Carolina in the points?
No, you can make your picks, and the cumulative picks at the end of the day, you're picking against her overall.
Gotcha.
So if she beats you, I do believe there should be some sort of remuneration for that.
Humiliation or punishment.
Yes. Maybe we could ask her, what if you win? What do you think that these guys should do?
If I win, I think they should see their picks, and I think they should pick a different pick if they have a pick.
No. What I'm saying is, if you beat them, what do they have to give you? What kind of prize do you want?
Don't know.
You don't know? You want to think
about that one. That's a good.
Yeah.
You can get creative with that, Miss Josie.
A lot of possibilities there.
They could sing a song for you.
Oh God.
They could dress up in silly clothes.
I think that they dress up in silly
clothes. Ooh. I think you guys might have to dress up in silly clothes if she.
I've got one of my own that age that can certainly help with that. Should that come to pass?
Yes.
All right, that sounds like a fair bet. Anybody who loses to Josie must wear silly clothes. All right, let's do this.
Before we start, Mitch, can I just say that Kentucky right now looks like they have Herschel Walker running against Florida. That's 2 plays in a row. They just said, you know what? We know y'all think you're in the playoffs, but we fit and run this ball. I don't want to get off on a tangent, but Florida's defense is trash. Y'all ain't going nowhere. You're going to the Sugar Bowl. Just get used to it.
Come back over here.
In the first quarter, they actually look pretty good. But yeah, I got to agree with you, Ducati. They've
pick your dress up.
Are you talking about Kentucky?
I'm talking about Florida. Florida's D line.
They started off pretty well. They were able to start off pretty good.
All right, hold on. What are they doing right now?
Nothing.
They're getting them on the edge. They're not running between the tackles, which is they're
staying away from Brenton Cox.
They're basically running sweeps at him.
Yeah. It ain't hard to stay away from Brent Cox. He sure enough cost us a national championship.
Yeah.
Okay, here it is. First game of the day is the one we're talking about right now. Josie, Kentucky is playing against Florida. Now, if you take Florida, you have to give away 25.5 points. But if you take Kentucky, that means you get 25.5 points. Who do you think is going to win, Kentucky or Florida?
Kentucky.
All right, Josie's taking Kentucky and the points. Matt?
We've seen this movie before. Florida has never looked pretty to me, but they wake up. Once they wake up, you've seen this. It'll just snowball. But I don't 25 points.
25.5 points.
That's big. I don't know, Kentucky. We just got through saying Kentucky's that team. I'll take Kentucky in the points.
Okay, Matt's got Kentucky. What about you, Dren?
Yeah, I think Kentucky. I think it'll be close. I think 21 is probably a better number. Kentucky is still playing some, post O-line coach death football. They're pretty inspired. They're pretty fired up, and this is the personal one.
Kentucky. I didn't mean to cut you off, but man, that almost.
Yeah. Well, I'm on delay, so I'm streaming, so you're ahead of me. But I think there's a little inspiration there. That they had given that coach the game ball when they won there 2 years ago to stop the streak. So I think they're still kind of there goes Terry Wilson. Yep,
Yeah.
that's the play Matt's talking about. First down. So I think Florida will pull away, but I don't think 25.5 is too many points. I'm gonna say 20.
So you're going to take Kentucky in the points, huh?
20. I'm taking Kentucky. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm not wearing funny clothes, so I'm taking Kentucky. Okay. Same time. Currently playing on TV is Vandy at Missouri. Now, in this game, Missouri is favored by 14.
Can I borrow your pencil real
You
quick?
need to borrow my pencil? Sure. Yeah. Here you go. Vandy's favored by 14. We'll let Josie pick last this time. Is that okay? You want to pick last?
Sure.
Okay. Who's going to go first? Who wants it? I'll take it if nobody wants it.
Okay.
Missouri's currently up by 14, I believe, but I read an interesting article that said that Vandy had covered in every game this year. So I am going to go with that trend. I'm going to take Vandy and the points.
Football book.
See, this one irritates me because Vandy should not be in Columbia this year, right at this point in time. They should be in Nashville taking their annual Orange Beatdown.
Their annual Orange Beatdown?
Yes. Regardless, hey, I was blacked out in 2005 and whatever years they won when Dooley was there. I have, those are memories I don't have. I choose not to maintain in the brain. But I was really upset when the SEC jumped the schedule. I mean, not because Chelsea's going to beat Vandy. No, I mean, this game is a tradition for me. It really is. So I mean, it was the first ever UT home game I ever saw was Tennessee Vanderbilt. It was a tradition to go, to my grandmother's for Thanksgiving, then drive up. That was in Chattanooga, and then we drive up the next, we go hunting on Friday. Then on Saturday we get up at crack 30 and drive up to Knoxville and meet with friends and tailgate, and then go to the game. That's just what we did. So, I hope we get to play the game. As much as I hate to say it, Mitch is right. Vandy's covered just about every spread they've had this season. They seem to have found themselves a quarterback. So I'll take Vandy in 14.
All right. What do you think, Matt?
I'll take Mizzou.
All right. Josie, do you like Vandy or Missouri?
Now, Josie, keep in mind, Vanderbilt has a girl place kicker.
That's true. They do have a girl kicker. But keep in mind also that Missouri has a brand new coach and a brand new quarterback.
Mm,
What do you think?
Missouri.
Do you like Missouri?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. I'm not wearing funky clothes.
Okay, Josie. This is the one that we were talking about earlier at breakfast. Are you ready? Auburn at Bama in the Iron Bowl. Now get this. Alabama is favored to win by 24.5 points. So if you take Alabama, that means you have to give away 24.5 points. Let's start with somebody different this time. I took Vandy first. Let's go with Dren first on this one.
If Auburn cannot figure out a way to stop the run, because that's the only thing Tennessee did well against them last week. Eric Gray ran for 179 and a touchdown. And this is interior line too, by the way. The Najee Harris is going to absolutely go insane on them. This is my flyer of the week. I'm going to take Bama in 24.5. I think this is going to be a blowout.
All right. Dren is taking Bama.
I'm taking Alabama too.
Whoa, Josie jumped the shark. She's taking Bama. All right. Matt.
Go ahead, Mitch. Go ahead.
You want me to do this one? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see. Boy, oh boy. It's at Bama.
Yep.
I think if this were at Auburn, I wouldn't flinch and I would take Auburn in the points. Oh man, Auburn's not a good football team, and Alabama is. I think I think it's going to be a bloodletting. I think Alabama's going to roll. Roll Tide.
Yeah, I would say I would not be surprised to say this is a 50-something to 20-something score.
Auburn has won 2 of the last 3. Malzahn is what?
Malzahn's 3-4 against Saban.
Saban's not on the sideline.
I forgot about that. That's true. Yeah.
Alabama's going to come out with their hair on fire and beat Auburn to the point where they disband the Auburn football team. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. All right. Clean sweep for Bama. Okay. Next one, 4:00 game. Mississippi State takes on Ole Miss in the Egg Bowl.
Egg Bowl, baby.
And in this game, Ole Miss is favored by 9.5 points. Let's see. Who has not picked first yet?
Daddy, what's the game again?
Josie picked first there. I picked first there. Dren picked. Matt, you got to go first this time.
All right. Which Mississippi State team are we going to see? Are we going to see the one we thought we were going to see last week that was supposedly limping around at 2-4? Or are we going to see the team that showed up and basically held us, went toe-to-toe with us until I was never comfortable for 4 quarters? Which one are we going to get?
In case you need to know, Mississippi State's quarterback, I saw it just the other day, the QBR for that kid, that freshman last week against us, his QBR was like 92 point something. He had a great game. He had a better game than KJ Costello did the first week of the season when he threw.
Side note, will we see 100 points scored between these 2 teams today?
I mean, I think it's easier to bet the over. I'm going to be honest with you.
It would probably be. What are you trying to show him? What are you showing him here, dear?
The book.
Josie made a book about football.
Oh, cool.
Nice job.
It says Daddy and Josie, and then it has a football, and then I think that's a picture of me right there.
Wait, what? No.
Who's that?
That's the person trying to catch the football right now.
Oh, definitely not me then. Okay.
Timmy Tebow this morning said that Ole Miss could use this game as an opportunity to make an example.
Look.
I don't know, man. Mississippi State showed me a little bit last week, but I had no inkling that they had. I'm gonna take Mississippi State in the points.
Mississippi State in the points, says Matt. Okay. Okay. I think that I'll go second here. I think that Mississippi State does have a better defense than people want to admit, but they are playing against an absolutely electric offense. That offense from Ole Miss is just unbelievable. They have no defense. So I think that it's going to come down to a shootout between Matt Corral and the freshman. And then I got to go with the more experienced gunslinger there. I'm going to take Corral to cover that 9.5 points. So I'm going to take Ole Miss.
I think it's 6 in overtime. I'm taking State.
Okay.
I think
it's a shootout. I think they're going to go forever. This could be the LSU A&M game.
Yeah.
Josie, who do you like, Bulldogs or Rebels? That's not the Georgia Bulldogs. This is the Mississippi State Bulldogs.
Bulldogs.
You want to MSU?
Right.
Oh, wow. Okay. Next game, LSU Tigers versus Texas A&M Aggies. LSU has to go to Texas A&M. Do you want to pick first?
Yeah.
Now, Texas A&M is favored by 15 points. So who do you think is going to win, LSU or Texas A&M?
LSU.
You think LSU will cover that 15 points?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going second.
I'll take one for the team here. The innocence of youth.
What? I'll go first.
The first thing I'm going to say is I hereby decree that all fake punts are illegal in the state of Texas.
Okay.
After what happened in the Cowboys game and what happened in the Texas-Iowa State game yesterday, it was pretty. The Texas Iowa State game, that one was actually set up pretty well, defended better. What the Cowboys did, I have no clue what they were smoking when they called that.
They just found 21 points in the fourth quarter. They didn't want anymore and decided to give it away to their
Yeah, and this game is weird. I mean, you had the 7 overtime game at College Station 2 years ago, and then last year you had the 50 to nothing shellacking at Death Valley. But we have seen that LSU is not the same team they are this year, and I guarantee you, Kellen Mond and them boys remember what that game felt like, and you won't come out hair on fire. That's 15 points. I can see that. I'd be happy with a 17-point spread on that one.
Ooh.
The Aggies.
I'm gonna side with Dren on this one. I'm taking Texas A&M. Just the theme of this year is payback for LSU. Everybody else is on a revenge tour for that magical season they had last year.
Too bad it can't happen to Bama.
Listen, Kellen Mond is nothing if not inconsistent. All right. TAMU has had some COVID issues this year. They've bounced around. So is LSU. Their schedules are all out of whack. They do remember the game. They do want that revenge. I don't think LSU is just going to lay down and go quietly, boys. I'm going to go with Josie here and take the defending national champions and all 15 points.
One of the worst defending national champions that I can remember.
War Eagle, baby. Okay, last game of the night. University of Georgia visits South Carolina, and University of Georgia is favored by 21.5 points. And hold on before you say anything. I think we need to hear from Dren first on this one.
Oh, man. I did a little happy dance when Will Muschamp got fired. I'll admit it. If that makes me a horrible human being, and so be it. I hate seeing anybody unemployed, but if somebody had to lose their job, I'd prefer to be him.
I think that $13 million buyout's going to cover his bills.
Yeah, I mean
don't feel too bad.
That's going to kill a lot of pain there. So. Georgia against going into Columbia has been wildly inconsistent. If anybody paid attention on the South Carolina staff, what's left of them, had paid any attention to what State did against Georgia last weekend in Athens, then they're chomping at the bit on this one. Georgia's going to win, but I'm going to take South Carolina to cover the 21.5. I think it's too many points.
Matt, you want to go?
I'm torn because there's a couple of factors. South Carolina has been a thorn in Georgia's side this last decade, where they should.
Let me ask Dren. Hey, Dren, what's Georgia's record against South Carolina in the past 10 years?
In the past 10 years? 7-3.
5-5.
Oh, wow. Where's my thought?
South Carolina has been, like we just talked about how Missouri's that team, Kentucky's becoming that team. For Georgia specifically, South Carolina's in the last decade has been that team. Mm-hmm. They come to Athens last year when we were trying to win a natty, think we got it, and beat us in our own backyard by just stacking, but doing nothing simple. The cheat code was put 8 guys up front and make Jake Fromm do stuff, and then they beat us. They just, for some reason, this is their Super Bowl. I know they got Clemson and all that, but Clemson's a different beast. We're not that beast. I'd love to be able to take Georgia in 21.5. I know we're all excited and everybody's amped up about JT Daniels, a surprisingly great performance. But I'm not laying that many. I'm gonna take Carolina in the points on this one.
All right.
I need to see more just to make sure it wasn't a 1-game deal.
Here.
Kentucky's up 10-7 with 1:35 left in the half.
So here it is.
Part of the script where Florida comes alive like they did against Missouri.
Well, there's got to be a fight at the end of the half. So
Florida is really good at the end of the half and at the beginning of the half. Like right after halftime, you got to buckle your seatbelts. Right before halftime, same thing. Okay, Dren, you mentioned something about how what did you say? Let's see. South Carolina saw the recipe against Georgia. South Carolina, they wrote the recipe. All right. They don't need the thing that South Carolina is going to do is the thing that South Carolina always does because it's the thing that South Carolina can do. They're going to put all their hats right in the box, and they're going to dare Georgia to find a quarterback that can beat them.
It might be a little different this year.
Georgia has not found a quarterback that could do that.
It might be a little different. I'll be glad to be wrong on this one. I'm just saying.
South Carolina is playing without their best offensive player today, Shi Smith, and they had their four maybe not best, but four notable defensive players also decide to just take the rest of the year off. Georgia's defense is not going to be playing that 3-8 shell mess that they played against the Air Raid last week. They're going to be back to their press man coverage, and South Carolina will not score twice. Georgia will score 5.5 times. I'm going to take the dogs to cover. Dogs, and I'll hand away the points.
Hold on. I got to change it. I'm going to go with the dogs, too.
What?
I'm kicking out of the attitude adjustment. I'm kicking out right before the 3 count. I'm taking the dogs and dogs all the way.
I have a story.
I'm buying in. I'm going to buy in.
A story that the two of you will appreciate. In November of 93,
you get to say the last word, and then we'll be done.
In November of 93, Louis Grizzard came to Nashville to do a show on his last birthday. It ended up being his last birthday. He died. He died the next March. So he gets out on stage and he tells this story. He goes, over the years, I have made some money. I sold candy outside the truck stop and sold soda outside the truck stop, and then, let me restart. I sold soda outside the truck stop with the help of a little girl named Candy, and then as I got older, I started selling candy, and then started my journalism career, started writing books, saving money, amassing my bank account. And then 2 days ago, I called my bookie and said, give me Georgia and the points. Vanderbilt won that game like 38-20. I mean, just absolutely tore them up. That was I think the only the last conference win that Watson Brown had as head coach at Vanderbilt, because Jerry DiNardo had already been hired to be his replacement back in the beginning of the year. And if we ever want to do like a special report on athletic departments just really messing over coaches, that's one we need to look at, is what Vanderbilt did to Watson Brown, because I have never heard of another athletic department doing that to a coach.
Yeah, I would love to get our Vandy guys on here and let's hear them talk.
It was the most insane, unethical thing that I've ever heard in my life.
Okay, Josie's on the board.
No,
everybody's already picked. The game is UGA, Georgia Bulldogs, versus the South Carolina Gamecocks. Georgia is favored, but they have to go to South Carolina. Who do you think's going to win?
Georgia.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay,
she knows which side her bread is buttered on.
Yeah. Yeah. But because I'm the one doing the buttering.
All right, we're almost at 25 minutes. Any closing arguments? Oh, by the way, listeners, people out there, if you enjoy this, consider hitting that subscribe button, hit that like.
Subscribe, like.
We want some feedback, man. If we like to run our mouths, you can run your mouth on our show as well.
And if you think you can beat my little girl at picking football games, I'd like to see you try.
Smithstone broke out that secret weapon. You remember the octopus used to pick the Super Bowl winners or whatever it was? And we got not an octopus, but we got that secret weapon.
We got the walrus.
You want to tell everybody goodbye, Josie?
Bye.
Did you have a nice time?
Yeah, except for I'm feeling like I'm starting to need a band-aid because I'm now growing hair.
Oh, Band-Aid.
Oh, got a hangnail. Oh my gosh. We better take care of that.
Major medical emergency.
Yeah. Do you want to say any last words?
No, thank you.
Like and subscribe.
You say.
Okay. Like and subscribe. All right. Hey boys, let's go have some fun watching some football games. What do you say?
Oh yeah. Be sure to tune in next week for me and young Brandon.
When are y'all going
Will
on?
do.
When is your show?
I think we'll probably go Friday. His Thanksgiving is really, really busy. His family is all like right there with him. So
All right. Be here for the Very Orange live stream and
Behind the Hedges next Thursday, back to our normal,
back to our
regularly
normal
scheduled programming. We
Gotta
probably
go
have a
on.
lot to unpack.
We'll go on Friday, I would think. Yeah.
Okay.
We got
Look forward to it.
Have a good one, boys. We'll do this again soon.
Go Dogs.
All right, go Dogs.
Go Vols.